And today I have the privilege of serving the Maryland Department of Transportation in a new office that's dedicated to moving people instead of vehicles. For me, calling this event full circle would definitely be an understatement. But the US 1 Trolley Trail demonstrates how Maryland can work towards moving the needle on safety while also expanding access for those who walk, bike, use mobility devices, and take transit. As director, this project connected the US 1 Trolley Trail and the Trolley Trail from Bethesda. It connects that trail to the Anacostia Trail in Washington, D.C. And connecting communities is a big focus for this administration.
The greater D.C. cycling community is an incredibly hardworking group.
Part of this getting done is because people demanded it and didn't quit. So thank you very much.
Of men and women who keep on the political world to make sure that we have bike paths, to make sure that we have sharrows, that we have safe bicycling and pedestrian infrastructure.
And so I was biking back on a nice Saturday afternoon at the light at Armentrout, and an inattentive driver came up behind me and ran me over.
We've heard our clients in the bike shop say, is discussing the safety of it, being off the road, being separated from traffic, being able to pedal up at their own pace on the path, on the trolley trail, out of traffic. There's something to be said about fresh pavement. Coming up the new portion of the trolley trail, it literally is like riding on ribbon. It's like riding on silk. And we're not afforded that very often around here. We don't see that. We have some great roads, we have some great paths, but new pavement, it's like new socks. There's just like nothing else like it in the world. The greatest thing for me about owning a bike shop is it's not just about selling the bike, but showing them where they can use it safely and fun with their family. We have people come into Aero Bicycle raving about the connectivity that the trolley trail affords. This community allows us to get to up north to Lake Artemisia on a bike path into Greenbelt, allows us to get south to the Northwest Branch Trail out to Montgomery County, into Navy Yard in Southeast DC. It increases bicycle tourism in the area. What I love about riding my bike is the freedom it affords me. There is nothing better on a sunny Sunday afternoon in the fall than hopping on the trolley trail and being able to get out of downtown Hyattsville safely out into the Beltsville Agricultural Reserve and spin around with the sun on my arms, on the back of my neck. And there's a very short section of Beaver Dam Road that's a pine forest. And in the fall, the smell going through there is like nothing you would ever believe. And it literally is 7 miles from the Arts District. And it's all on either bike path or safe roads.
I'm a transportation planner by training, and I think that I really connect to a famous author, Jane Jacobs, who talks about eyes on the street. And what transportation trails can do is provide those eyes on the street outside of your car, and in many times outside of your home. I think that trails bring community together. They get you outside of the house and they get you talking to your neighbors, and especially the bike community. It's more enjoyable to ride with others. I'm really looking forward to getting my kids on a bike. As an interested but concerned rider, I'm even more so looking forward to teaching them how to ride a bike. The Maryland Department of Transportation partners with State Highway to award jurisdictions like the city of Hyattsville funding to teach kids how to ride bikes and to build the infrastructure that's safe enough for someone who is 3 years old or 6 years old, like my kids, to ride comfortably and safely like I did as a child. People see you on the street, and drivers really understand that they're driving through a community and not just on a road. Trails are most impactful when people can use them for an entire day and eliminate their vehicle usage. Specifically, we were excited about the first bike signal on a state road being in the city of Hyattsville. That was a great accomplishment for us. Another exciting thing at the Secretary's office for us was filling a trail gap and creating a trail network. I would say Prince George's County is one of the top 5 counties in Maryland where we're placing our focus on safety, pedestrian safety and bike safety. A lot of our investments are going towards these areas that are really focusing on increasing density, expanding access, and just transportation equity in general. People are dying on our roads, in cars, on foot, on bikes, and the safety element brings a lot to urban street design that is relevant regardless of the density in your neighborhood.
So about 5 years ago at the southern end of this new trolley trail extension, I was riding back from D.C.
I came to a stop at the red light. And when the light turned green, I began to pedal. And shortly thereafter, I was knocked to the ground, dragged through the intersection. And my wounds are still healing. I'm still clearly dealing with it. Since moving to Hyattsville, in 2017, I've been actively involved in advocating for the trolley trail extension. With that in mind, I'd like to encourage the City Council to approve the trolley trail extension.
It was the scariest thing that's ever happened to me, but it really brought to light how little infrastructure we have and how much we can benefit from just a little infrastructure. It gives space so cyclists and bike commuters can occupy a space without having to worry about the dangers of those vehicles. I was at Streetcar 82 a couple weekends ago, and there was far too little bike parking because of how many people were biking to our Hyattsville businesses. But it benefits the whole community by creating an accessible community where people aren't reliant on their vehicles. It means that those people who do use their cars have less traffic to deal with. The cycling community around here is really diverse. It's a very welcoming community. Multiple groups around here sponsor organize rides just to get people excited and into it and feel comfortable and welcoming. I don't know that I think of anything when I'm riding on fresh pavement, and that's what's wonderful. You don't have to worry about potholes, you don't have to worry about puddles. You just ride. I get this big grin, just a huge smile on my face to the point where it starts hurting. It's just enjoyable, and especially when it's designed as bike specific, it's such a great feeling.
I think that having a bike trail is very impactful because it's useful to people who aren't on bikes. As a runner myself, I share these facilities with bicyclists, and I see the happiness that it brings them and the community, the camaraderie, and it's influenced me to purchase, my own bike as an adult, and even a seat as a carrier for my child for that day when I do get more comfortable. The more you see bicyclists out there with their families, with their friends and their community, the more you can be influenced as someone else running or walking along the trail.
This trail means opportunity for bike commuters, recreational cyclists. You can get from Hyattsville to Silver Spring, to Navy Yard, whether it's for work or for play. The entire DMV is now accessible by bike.
We're seeing community design centered around that. We're seeing community planners including bicycle parking in new municipal lots that are going in. It's not just car-centric anymore, it's about multimodal transportation. Metro, cycling, walking, just making it easier to get around without having to be in a car.